Commissioner Goodell and the 32 owners know exactly who is winning the Super Bowl, and that team is not named the New England Patriots. They are not Goodell's team to win Super Bowl 54. The NFL always does this. They know Peyton Manning is really bad in the cold weather, so when they want Peyton Manning to win the Super Bowl, what do? Number one, they give Peyton Manning home field over at the RCA Dome, and they have him win his Super Bowls over at warm weather climates. Super Bowl 41 was over at warm weather at Miami Gardens in Miami, Florida. Super Bowl 50 was over at the notoriously famous, beautiful weather of the Bay Area over at Santa Clara in the San Francisco Bay Area. Peyton Manning's 2 championships are scripted by the NFL. They wanted them to happen over at warm weather. The same thing is happening for Tom Brady in the worst place that he travels to on the road, which is Miami. He is 7-10 over at Miami. He's going to be 8-10, right? He's going to play for his 9th win against Drew Brees in Miami in the Super Bowl. It doesn't mean he's going to win his 9th game against Drew Brees in the Super Bowl over at Miami. It doesn't mean it's going to happen that way. Brady's thrown 15 interceptions in Miami, which is more than he's thrown at any other place in his career. Once again, Tom Brady is 7-9, 7-10 after last year's game over at Miami. He is gonna be 8-10, and then that's gonna be 8-11 in the Super Bowl. The last game at Miami, Minneapolis Miracle. Super Bowl on the 33rd day, the Patriots scored 33 points in their last Super Bowl loss. The Patriots are going to be playing in the Super Bowl on the 33rd day. The Patriots' last loss at Miami came against the Dolphins. The Dolphins scored 34 points in that game. The next one is going to occur against the Saints at Miami. It's the Saints that equals 34. They had that Minneapolis miracle that the Saints had, against Minnesota and the area where the Patriots lost their last Super Bowl. And then they had the Miami Miracle of last year. It's the Saints that equals 34. It's Miracle that equals 34. But get this. Brady hates the city of Miami through Kabbalah because of his real-life record. And he's going to hate the city of Miami because he would lose to the greatest of all time, which is Drew Brees. He's a guy that's going to be beating Peyton Manning and Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Deal with it, man. It's not going to be the Patriots this year. You people read things too wrong. They want you to think Tom Brady is God. This is what they want from you. They want you to think that the Patriots are invincible. I've decoded Antonio Brown already. He's going to be there all throughout the season. In the 100th season, it's pretty clear that it's going to be all about the Super Bowl over at Tom Brady's worst road city, which is Miami. The NFL knows where the Patriots' worst place to play at is. They know they're losing the Super Bowl over there in the 100th NFL season. Tom Brady's worst road city is, yes, you guessed it, Miami, Florida. The absolute worst for Tom Brady is over at Florida. Heck, his last game at Florida, he lost to Miami. He lost at Jacksonville last year. It's Florida. That's gonna be Tom Brady's next place where he loses the Super Bowl. He lost the Super Bowl in a 38-year, 2018. It's also Minnesota where he lost his last Super Bowl. Tom Brady's last Super Bowl loss at Minneapolis, Minnesota. Next Super Bowl loss to have a 6-4 record in the Super Bowl after he loses to the New Orleans Saints. Tom Brady's worst away city to play at? Yes, the Pythagorean gematria is pretty clear. City of Miami is his worst place where he plays at. This is true through real life. This is true through the organic matrix code, the God code of gematria. It is the city of Miami where Tom Brady is going to lose his next Super Bowl. He lost the Super Bowl over at the home stadium of the Minnesota Vikings. That equals 75 in gematria. It is humid climate, which is why opponents against Tom Brady are going to have an 11-8 record over at Miami. Tom Brady wins at Miami, and then, the team, there it is. Because this record did not include the game from last year. Alrighty, yes. So it is going to be 8-11. The Patriots' opponents over at Miami with Belichick and Brady is 11-8. Yes, it's going to be because of a humid climate. The humid climate is going to be where Tom Brady's going to lose his next Super Bowl at. His last loss was over at Minnesota there. It's the humid weather that's going to see the next stairway to 7 in the NFL. Brady's worst away site is going to doom the quest for the stairway to 7, as I've said in one of the first videos for the scripted NFL season. Tom Brady hates Miami a lot because he's going to lose a Super Bowl there. He is heavily reminded of all the times that the Dolphins kicked his ass at home, and that's where the New Orleans Saints are going to win that. So to summarize here, the commissioner of the National Football League, Roger Goodell, and the owners, though, who is winning the Super Bowl every single season, they knew Manning and the Broncos are going to win at the warm weather. They knew it was going to happen. They knew they were going to win over at the warm weather of Miami. They know Tom Brady's worst place to play at. This is exactly why the Super Bowl is going to be lost by the New England Patriots this year over at their house of horrors, which is Miami, Florida. 60 weeks later, 420 days after the Minneapolis Miracle is going to be the next time that the Patriots lose in the Super Bowl. The 60 weeks has everything to do with the city of Miami. Because city of Miami equals 60 there. There it is. This is where the top riddles of the season is Tom Brady's horrendous record over there. That last loss over at Miami. Tom Brady's first road game is at Miami. His last game on the road away from Foxborough is Miami, people. This is how they rig it with the schedule. I just explained to you how they rig it through the schedule. You see this? It is going to be New England in the... You see, the 15th day of September, right? Drew Brees, he wears number 9. September the 9th month, the 15th day of the month. Drew Brees is born on the 15th day of the year. Tom Brady's last Super Bowl was over at Atlanta. His last Super Bowl title, that is. You see what they're doing there? 20 weeks later in the year 2020, that's when the Super Bowl is going to be played at. Yes, that's what's happening there. When you don't include the 20 out in front of 2020, notice how this is a date numerology of 24. But get this. September the 15th is date numerology of 24. The vengeance for the New England Patriots winning at Miami against their former assistant coach Flores. What is it, Jose Flores? What is his name? Whatever the irrelevant Miami Dolphins head coach is, because, quite frankly, they are full of crap nowadays, the Miami Dolphins. They really are. So that's 9 months and 6 days later. Yes, 9 months and 6 days later. 9 months and 7 days would include the end day after the Minneapolis Miracles, the next Patriots game over at fucking Miami, Florida. The Miracle as gematria. Wow, okay. Well, look at this. It is a miracle that equals 94, and you look at this game, the Patriots had a 9-4 record, so that was a rigged game. This is like your rigged Cardinals-Lions tie. This is like your rigged Josh Allen comeback. Watching these NFL highlights and seeing these guys miss tackles and be a bunch of faggots. Because when you watch the NFL, this is what you watch if you understand how gay it looks a lot of times. 9 months and 6 days, that is the knowledge number. That's the Freemason gematria knowledge. knowledge, the systems that work best for all pieces, economics, even the wing that holds the knowledge, the left wing. Yes, this is the script this year. Tom Brady loses at Miami again. You're gonna get what you want, Patriot haters. Nothing to worry about. But they are gonna play in the Super Bowl, so that is my fair warning to you. So no seventh Super Bowl this year.